Welcome to OnScreen English with Steve Marshall. Lesson 16 is on future continuous. We use the future continuous to talk about temporary future actions. Let's look at the sentence. Soraya says, "This time next week I'll be flying to Hawaii." Is the future action Soraya describes temporary or permanent? The answer is it's temporary. Let's look at this on a timeline. The time of speaking now is Friday 8 p.m. and this time next week is represented with a purple tick. So I'm going to drag this purple tick down to next week at Friday 8 p.m. So that represents this time next week. And here we have the temporary future action, I'll be flying to Hawaii, represented with a continuous orange line. And you can see it here before and after this time next week. A temporary future action. Let's look at the form now for the future continuous. We'll use the same sentence. This time next week I'll be flying to Hawaii. Here are the different parts of the sentence. The sentence begins with a specific future time, this time next week. And because we begin with a specific future time, we need a comma. Then we have the subject, I, followed by a form of will. In this case, apostrophe double L, an abbreviation of will. Then we have be, and finally the verb plus ing. The verb is fly plus ing, which makes flying. Okay, let's do the task for the future continuous. Read the paragraph and answer the questions that follow using future continuous. So here's the paragraph. Carla gets up at 6 a.m. every day. At 7 a.m. she makes breakfast for her 3 daughters and drives them to school at 7:45 a.m. After leaving the girls at school at 7:55 a.m., she continues to work by car, arriving at 8:30 a.m. At 12:15 p.m., she has her 1-hour lunch break. She starts work again at 1:15 p.m. and continues until 4:30 p.m. She picks up her daughters from the after-school club at 5 p.m. and gets home at 5:20 p.m. Today is Monday. What will Carla be doing tomorrow at the following times? Here are the answers. At 7:50 a.m., she'll be driving her daughters to school. At 10:30 a.m., she'll be working. At 12:45 p.m., she'll be having lunch. And at 5:10 p.m., she'll be driving her daughters home. Here's the summary of the lesson. When do you use the future continuous? To talk about temporary actions in progress at a fixed time in the future. For example, this time next week I'll be flying to Hawaii. This time next week is a fixed time in the future, and I'll be flying to Hawaii is a temporary action in progress at that fixed time. Can you use the future continuous for future arrangements? Yes. Let's look at this sentence. I'll be seeing Harry on Friday. If you use the future continuous for future arrangements, it's similar to using present continuous for future arrangements. If you'd like to study the present continuous for future arrangements, see OnScreen English, Lesson 15. Thank you. That's all for now. If you'd like to see the related video, OnScreen English, Lesson 15, Present Continuous for Future Arrangements, just click on the link.